I'm going to talk this afternoon about something I read in a magazine recently about our teacher, Master Hsuan Hua, and what his aims were. The article I read was from a university student that said that she was so excited to be at this university because it gave her an opportunity to be just like the master. So what does this mean? Apparently, the student thinks that the master's aim was to make people just like him, in this case a Buddhist master, and express themselves like he expresses himself, to be homogenized, just like all of his students become like the master. And this is just the opposite of what our Master Hsuan Hua wanted. And I wouldn't bring it up, except I've heard it several times now, that the student is so happy to have the opportunity to study at this Buddhist university. In this case, the City of 10,000 Buddhas, Dharma Realm Buddhist University, so that they can be just like the master. If that's their wish, it's just the opposite of what the master wanted, and plus it's impossible anyway. First of all, what would that mean? What a boring world it would be if everybody was the same and expressed enlightenment the same way. Even amongst enlightened masters, they all have their same flavor. You look around the world at all the wonderful teachers, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Kalu Rinpoche, Dugul Khyentse Rinpoche, Urgyen Trulku, Master Hsuan Hua, Master Xun Yun, Chocho Rinpoche, who died recently at 110, who introduced vegetarianism throughout Tibetan Buddhism. Even great masters have their own flavor. They're all very different. Like Tusha Rinpoche, for example, was very gentle and forgiving and tolerant and patient with his students. Whereas another Nyingmapa master, Chocho Rinpoche, was fierce and hard. He'd beat you up emotionally, physically. He didn't hint. He pushed you over the cliff. So, and Master Hsuan Hua is like that. He's a very tough master. So, to say that, you're going to this or that, studying with this or that teacher, to be just like the teacher, because that expressly they think that that's his wish, is completely wrong. I mean, it's right in some sense, but it's not right in the sense of Buddhist practice. For example, it's right in the sense that, yeah, we're all the same, we don't hurt others, we practice compassion, we use our wisdom mind to discriminate how to understand the Dharma, how to interpret the Dharma, how to embody the Dharma, and how to practice meditation and go deeply and disappear in awareness in the nature of the mind. in that sense, yeah, it's all the same. But what comes out is completely different. How that expresses itself, how when we use our wisdom to understand the nature of the mind, once we gain insight into that nature, getting there might be a very similar path. It's just like climbing up Mount Everest. We might all use the same trail, but once we get to the top, we all see the world differently. And when we go home to talk about being on top of the world, we're going to express it very differently. In the same way, we all might, keep precepts, study sutras, meditate, and so forth, and practice a very similar path. But what comes out, the expression of that realization that comes out of the path that we follow, is very different for everyone. And that's what makes, enlightenment and life so beautiful. That, enlightened awareness can express itself in many ways. So, when we study the Dharma, we should not try and be like anything, have any concept of how it's going to unfold for us, what we're going to get out of it, or what we're going to be. And certainly not any ambitions to be like the Master. That's about the worst ambition anybody could have. It should be an openness to be born anew and see yourself in a new way, express yourself in a new way, and be unique in your own way. That's where it's at. It's not trying to be like your master or your guru. It's to be yourself, your true self, and find out what that is. So on this beautiful Friday afternoon, I leave you with these words.